How many people know this combine's here? I'm just thinking if we knock you three in the river, you know, we don't have to worry about taking it back. Morning, everybody. I think today's gonna be the first day we dump grain over here at this new leg. I think, fingers crossed. We're not there yet, but I'm pretty positive that's gonna happen today. But I just got a phone call from a guy helping us. Sounds like we got some issues with the other leg, so we better head over there and address that first. Yeah, that's not good. Something happened with the leg, it plugged up, and that happens. I mean, that leg is full of beans. They couldn't go anywhere, the leg quit moving, so the dump auger just filled that hole with beans. So basically we gotta pull this truck out here, vacuum the leg out to where it'll run backwards, get all that weight off of it. Hopefully it'll fire up then, but I'm afraid the belts will probably burn off of it. So it's gonna be a fun morning. Alright, the belts on the leg have broke. They were pretty much smoked. They eventually broke when we were trying to get to take off. So Dad's on his way to the top. I guess he's feeling froggy today because he started climbing. I know we're going to have to replace the belts. It seemed like one of them pipes was plugged, so it's hard to tell what's got that pipe plugged up. Let's take it off, take the plate off the distributor and see. Pretty much got the belts back on that leg. George and I are taking the grain cart up to the field. I was going to show you this in the beginning of the video, but we got an 8250 from our local CaseIH dealer here on demo. We're going to be running for a day or two. They're taking it up to the field. This is a brand new combine. They've got to get it set, so we're taking the grain cart up there so the dealer and the case guy can run a load. But I got to get my climate puck. We're going to run our field view through it. That way we can get our yield data. Hey. Got you a combine, George.
You got me one, bud.
Got BJ a combine.
Looking good, looking good.
Not even dusty yet.
Nope.
Alright, just get back here to the field. They just did the first load with that thing. Missed the first kernels of corn going through it. Oh well. We're walking out behind where they were shelling just to make sure they're not showing any more loss than what that's showing, or any, making sure they get everything dialed in. Keep in mind, this is a brand new machine, so that kind of stuff takes a little bit of time. But that's okay, because with this being the first loads going through our new leg, we don't really want to be rushed because we need the electrician to come out, make sure everything's running right. The guy that built the place, he wants to come out and be there for it, so we got a little bit of time today. I don't know if you can see it. There's Dad in a red combine. That's different. It's like he's getting the run through on how to operate it. For the most part, once you have the hang of a combine, they all operate fairly similar. This is a completely different design though than our combine. The buttons are all in different places, but at the end of the day, there's a separator, there's a header, and then there's a stick to make it go. You should be able to take to it pretty quick. At least I think it has all those things. I haven't been in it yet, so I'm gonna feel pretty dumb if it doesn't. Oh, she's coming alive. Well, this is the first red combine that's ever been on Brown Farms, so kind of weird, kind of neat. CaseIH combines is something we've been interested in for a while. We made the switch from Deere. It was really between them and Klaus. Klaus was the first one that brought us a demo. That's kind of how we ended up with Alexion. I know Dad's probably pretty excited to be in there. But I gotta say, Alexion more and give them guys crap. Pretty exciting stuff for us. Like I said, they still got a lot dialing in. That's stuff that I think will be fixed pretty soon. Combine's only shelled an acre and a half, 2 acres maybe. Actually, he wants a grain cart. Didn't work, no grain cart. Guess we'll have to quick socialize them. Looks like while them guys are waiting on me, they were doing a loss check, just walking behind, seeing what other kind of adjustments they need to make to the combine, that kind of stuff. Looks like it's my turn now.
Right now you're running in an automated combine.
Yep, first time I've ever done that. So right here is our rotor. Is that our rotor loss monitor?
That's your rotor losses. Directly next to it is your grain quality, so cracked grain, your grain sample, if you will.
Okay.
Next to that is your sieve losses.
So we're throwing a little bit out right now.
No, not necessarily. So when it goes into the yellow, that means it's telling the combine I need to make some changes. So we might very well see the sieves change. Right now you're 18 on the top and 16 on the bottom.
Okay, you're seeing the sieves right here.
Yep.
Set up.
So you might very well see them change for her to when that goes into the yellow.
Yeah, over here, this is what our rotors turn at, RPMs.
Rotor RPMs.
That's our concave setting.
Conclave or module clearance. Yep.
Okay. And what's this engine RPM?
That is fan, so that is your fan speed.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then right up at the very top where you see the turtle and the rabbit, those are your rotor cage vanes. So that is how fast we have the crop moving through. Generally in corn, we see it over in the very slow area.
What's this beater right here?
That is the discharge beater or the chopper.
Okay.
So we have an internal chopper, and that's sitting right at the back. Directly under that chopper, we have our pre-sieve, which is at 10.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep. And you'll see now that we're in headland mode, I've actually reduced the fan, and we have opened up the top sieve and opened up the bottom sieve, so we don't have any losses out of the back of the machine.
Okay.
As it's not full.
So when it's like that, no grain can fall out.
No grain can fall out.
And then when you put her down, she's opened up.
Yep. And that ends our grain dribble.
Now what's the unload rate on this?
This one is 4.5.
4.5, okay. It looks like that tube, it looks like a smaller diameter tube, so this is just a higher RPM unload.
We're using more RPM.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, we're full, so I guess now we need to go dump some trucks. Trucks are loaded. We're heading up there to dump corn in the lake for the first time, so waiting on the bin builder to get there. We're going to eat a quick ham sandwich while we're waiting, and yeah, hopefully this all goes smooth. Hopefully we're not replacing more leg belts today.
Oh, he's spilling corn again.
But BJ's up to his old ways over here. All right, I think we're ready to fire up.
Well, I hear it.
Feed it slow for now while the electrician's checking the amperages and all that stuff, and then we'll let her get opened up. After we dump that first load, you were saying the belt will stretch a little bit, so that's why they pulled the boot off just to adjust it. I think we're good to go now, aren't we? All right, Dad and BJ, they went back to the combine. They're going to start shelling corn again. I'm going to stay with the leg guys and we'll make sure everything's running okay before I set BJ back over. He's going to dump some trucks this evening. That way I can play with the red combine. Don't get me wrong, I'm super stoked we're dumping corn in this leg, but we'll be dumping corn in this leg all week. We won't have a red combine all week.
What's up, YouTube? New leg, new pits running, so we're dumping. Dad is actually ahead of me opening up this cornfield in the demonstration model case they brought down to us. It's 8250.
Believe it or not, I'm in a red combine. I've done 5 or 6 rounds in another field. Open this field up here. Getting it figured out. Pretty slick so far. It's on the auto part of it. Hit the button and it does everything, just everything. Works pretty good. No place to hang the camera. Put the camera. Corn's dry, too dry. What we've been doing, same field here, same variety I mean, is like 14 and a half. Way too dry. So it don't take much shelling, but it's doing a good job. Clean sample. You can see the tank here. This is around the ends, and you might have a little bit more stuff. I'm slowing down, speeding up. Got the leg going over there, the new system. Everything's working good. So everybody I think's left. Salesman and the guy shows how to run it. So maybe we can shell some corn now. Had one of the neighbors over. Looked at it for a while. So maybe it's our turn. Maybe we can shell some corn now, get something done.
Right now, with this corn being dry, going into the dump conveyor, into this drag conveyor, up into the leg, going straight up into the leg, 100 feet. Hit the distributor, getting into this middle bin right here. This corn's 14.5% moisture. dried down 4 points in the last 2 weeks, so there is no need to dry it. That's one of the main advantages of this leg. We can completely skip the air system and go right into the bin. Got to send Mr. Combine his communications. Now I should clarify, this is a short demo. We are not keeping this thing for the season. We're not keeping it for 50 hours. It's here today. It might be here tomorrow, or maybe just part of tomorrow. Or might be leaving. This is a demo. It is making its rounds. And the goal of that demo is for them to sell that demo. So we are not going to put like one of our regular Midland Radios on it. I'm just going to throw one of these in the cab, and that'll suffice. You guys dropping off dinner?
Yep.
Hey guys!
Hey,
Bringing the chow?
Okay, we've got another truckload here. We got another round around the ends on this end. The other end's got 3 rounds, so we're going to go eat. I think Brian's going to come down and run it, and I'll dump the trucks. Pretty nice machine overall, even though it is red. All the automatic stuff's pretty neat. Works pretty good, seems like. Throttles over here, you slow down with some shelter way back here. First put the separator in. And the head. Heat it up. And hit the button. Hit the button here, and down she goes. We're off. Tells you everything over here, your speeds. I'll let Brian, he'll probably show you all that stuff. Right now we're not on auto, but I hit this button here, hold it, and it'll be on auto. The bad part about the thing, it doesn't have auto steer. Well, that's kind of hard to get used to. I don't know how Brian will handle that. It'll start to gradually speed up. We're 3.9, 3.8 now, so it'll gradually speed up and change as we speed up. That's what the yellow, green, red is. I guess now it's sensing that it needs to change something to get a faster speed. Oh, I got to push the handle forward. That's what it is. You got to push the stick still clear forward or it won't speed up. So now it's starting to pick up speed. You see the bars are changing colors down there. Don't know how accurate the yield monitor is. They say it's pretty accurate, but I don't know. The acres, I don't know. I'm getting the acres yield off the iPad also, so it's pretty right on.
It does sound like we're going to get to play with that Case Combine a little bit tomorrow. We got a neighbor that's interested in it, so they are going to take it to him either tomorrow evening or Friday morning.
Okay, we're getting out. Got a nice cab, very dusty, black dust. See, we're leaving some. That's head shatter. This is just what we're seeing here is head shatter. So we got to close up the plates. I've got them closed up, then you get so much chaff stuff in, stalks. So. But we'll close them up some more and see what we can do, get a little better. Because we're leaving the cord. Not coming out the back, doing a good job there, but we're just too wide on the deck plates. Gets a little tougher, I'd even make it better for us.
Oh, you ready to go back to the field? My turn to get in the combine. No, Dad's dumping trucks. This thing even smells new. Alright, here we go.
So, back from dinner, and Brian is in the cab of the 8250 Case Combine. Can't help but notice he has not yet turned on his lights. He doesn't know which button to hit.
Not like super sure what I'm doing. I probably should have paid attention when the Case guy was here, but instead I was filming. Whoops!
Quick status update. He found the headlights and we are going to continue. Turns out he was just playing on his camera. Apparently we knew where the lights were. Just doing some camera work, he says.
Definitely had some planner issues right there. Right in the middle of my view too. Didn't know the Case was bi-directional, did you? It's not actually a bi-directional head. It's just clearing off a place so that we can unload and turn around. I'm not going to open this field all the way up. We opened up half of it. Probably more than enough for tonight. This thing's going to need fuel before we can run tomorrow. This combine doesn't have row feelers, so I'm having to steer. We're running 5 miles an hour in really good corn, so there's a lot happening pretty quick, so it's hard to show you the automated system, but we will eventually. Just hold on. If you look, this thing has an extremely long unload auger. I'm pretty sure it's 34 feet. If I was buying this combine with our operation, running a 40-foot platform, and a 12-row corn head, I would definitely go for a shorter auger. It's just too long. It's too long to dump on the go after one pass. What I mean by that is, if I'm opening this field, I shell 12 rows, turn around and come back, and then try to dump, we're overshooting the cart. It's too long for what we're doing. It'd probably be very useful if you run a 45 or a 50-foot head though, but we're not. Waiting on the cart. It does appear that the combine's taking in a lot of fodder. I'm sure I could probably speed some stuff up and adjust that, but I don't know how. Got the cruise set on 5 miles an hour. Seems to be doing okay. The way the cruise works, we got the cruise on 5, but when you engage it, it takes a while to get up to 5. Now, if I were to engage it when I was already going like 5 miles an hour, it would have been instant. That's probably the best way to do it if you want to get there quick. The way this automation works, I can just push that, and there's what the options are. Too much, way too much, acceptable, more is allowed. So I really like that they kept that simple, man. It doesn't get much more plain than that. It's pretty nice. Grain cart's way over there. Come on, over here, over here. Like in this cruise mode, it does really good until we find the good corn. I don't know if it's because it's later and the fodder's getting tougher. It seems like if we get over 245 bushel corn, it does slow way down, goes from 5 miles an hour back down to 4. Seems like up to that point though, it cruises right along 5 mile an hour pretty good. Unfortunately, this field isn't as good as the first one. That first field was phenomenal. The part that I'm in of this field right now, I mean, it's still good corn, but it is about 10 to 20 bushel less than the other field. You think if we run this thing out of fuel and then I call Evolution Ag and say, hey, come get your combine, then appreciate that. Not going to be too many more rounds, I'm afraid. Alright, that's it for now. Guess we need to start moving this stuff in. I don't want to run that thing out of fuel, so I'm saving we could probably finish this strip we're doing, but don't want to risk it. So let's take the trucks in. Well, guys, that's it for tonight. We'll be back in the Case combine in the morning. So they are taking that out of here tomorrow. I don't know what time, but we're hoping we'll finish this field with it, and then if they ain't came and got it yet, we'll move. So, but thanks for watching. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brian's Farming Videos, Facebook, Brown Farms, and we'll see you in the next one.